it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Mahomes now on first down, escaping the pressure right. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20-yard line. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Chiefs.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Bell, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in, and the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
13-all. Harrison Butker to kick off.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
The Seahawks first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's Wilson. Breaks through the contact. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be
You don't
really
deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen, 30 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
No gain.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was brought down at the
Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal on the Seahawks' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 23, 23.
He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You get the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
You got 4.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mahomes to throw, rolling to his right. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.